Hey, Syed here. I'm working on a new experience for creating new projects from the command line. I'm calling it dotnet-waffle, but I'm hoping that some of the ideas that I've got here can kind of roll into .NET New itself. So I've implemented this in a .NET Core console application, and let me go ahead and demo this for you now. Okay, so we can just do .NET-waffle -h to find out all the functions here. So we've got 5 commands here. Basically commands for adding a source of templates, listing the templates, and then actually to update the templates. Templates can come from three places. It can either come from a folder, a NuGet package, or a GitHub repository. First, let me show you how to actually use dotnet-waffle, and then I'll kind of go into how does it actually work. So first thing I want to do here is I want to just see what's available to me. So I'll use the list command here. We'll see that I don't have any templates installed, but I've got some samples inside this source folder here. I've got 4 templates here, and each template is defined by a waffle.json file. And if we look at the contents of this waffle.json file, we can see it's got some metadata like the name, type, alias, replacements here. So these replacements will happen to the content, and then we have path replacements like updating files, and then folders to exclude here. Whenever I add a template source to a folder, it will look at that folder and then find any waffle.json file and any folder underneath that. So I'll take the source folder here and then add that. Okay, if I do add source -h, I can see all the options here. In this case, I'll use -f to a folder. Go ahead and add that, and then we can see it's discovered my 4 templates here. And if I wanted to go ahead and invoke this, I can just start with dotnet-waffle. It'll go ahead and prompt. Let's go ahead and create a console app here. So number 2, my new console app, and then the destination is ctemp_out 01, and we can go to that location so I can show you that nothing's there today. Alright, let me go into this out folder. We can see that it's empty. Go ahead and click enter there. Okay. Alright, so that was pretty quick. It's all done. So my new console app. We can see I've got my new console app here, and if I was to open this, I can see my new console app, and this GUID is actually a unique GUID as well. So that's kind of the experience to add a template from a folder. So I actually have a NuGet package here as well. Let me show you that. So I've got it already kind of installed. Okay, so .NuGet. And then if I go into packages here, you can see I've got .NET sample console app. So what I'll do is I'm actually going to add a new template from a NuGet package here. So it's .NET sample console app version 1.0.0. So I'll say .NET-waffle, add source, and then -h, and then that'll show the package options. So I'll say the package name, and then the version is 1.0.0. Okay, so now here I can see my installed template sources. I've got package here, so it's .NET console app, and then here's the items that actually have come out of it. Basically, here's my whole set of items here. So I actually have 2 items here that's now named Microsoft.NET Console RC2. There's just kind of a mistake in my definition, but what I'll do is I'll remove the source for the folder here. So let me go into this folder and get rid of that. Now we should just be left with that one. Okay, so now if I do .NET-waffle and then just hit enter here, I'll go with that one. Project from NuGet. ctemp_out 02, And then let's take a look at the result here. Okay, so if I go to C temp out, okay, here's 02. Okay, great. All right, so now that's good. There's actually another flow that we can do here. So actually we can add items from a GitHub repository as well. So I've created a different repository here that's called dotnet-waffle samples. And I have just a couple different templates inside here. So let me, I'm going to remove I'll add source. So I'll say dotnet-waffle add source, and I'll say the git URL, and I'll say the branch is master. And then that's actually going to go ahead and clone it behind the scenes, and then add the templates here, so I can see that I've got my template source git, and then let's see, it looks like it got this guy here. The git one here, there might not be represented very well here, but we can see that it's actually gotten into a temporary folder here under git. And then I can go ahead and invoke those if I wanted to. So it's called side class library and then side console. So let me just do .NET-waffle. And then I can go ahead and pick 1, 2, or 3. In this case, I'll go ahead and pick 2 from git. And then C temp out 03. And then let's take a look. Okay. So 02, and here's 03. Okay. And then the flow for that is if there's any updates to the Git repositories, you can basically call update sources, and then it actually will go ahead and update your local content from that folder. Anyways, I actually have more features here. Some of the stuff that I showed you was basically updating the file content, updating the paths, and then I'm actually working on a feature to kind of switch in different sections of content. For example, you have an option that says individual auth, and then it would add all the individual auth items, and then it would remove all the other areas of content that's not related to individual auth. So anyways, I'm looking at this as just kind of a starting point, and my long-term hope is that we can kind of define and author templates once inside .NET New, and then use that both inside Visual Studio, Yeoman, and maybe even VS Code, and other places. Anyways, let me know what you think about this. Thanks.